Hi there guys, it's Chris Graham here for We Love Betting. It's Stats Chat, it's Thursday night, it's time to talk stats. Thanks for the great reaction to last week's video. It means a lot that quite a few of you enjoy this video. It makes it really worthwhile, it really does. Special thanks to Johnny Grosmark, who's been a great supporter over the last week of this video. And it means a lot, Johnny. A man with just a encyclopedic knowledge of stats, data, analysis, etc. It means a lot that you've taken this on board and enjoying this, so thanks a lot. 5 bets, 5 games, 5 stats, 5 trends to look at this week. Different approach this week. I only had 2 divisions to look at, League 1 and League 2, and there really was a real lack of stuff to get excited about, especially in head-to-heads. There's only one here head-to-head. So what I've done is, one thing I did last season was look at periods in the games where teams are dominant, and I say to myself back in August, I'll get back involved in that, but I'll wait until we're 10 games into the season, so then you've got a decent sample size. So that's what I've done. This is perfect timing, really. It's a 10th game, or 11th game of the season for a few of these leagues, so it's just the right time. So kick on with that. It's Leyton Orient against MK Dons in League 1, and the hot time, the sexy time for this game is the period between the 61st and 75th minute, because these two sides are the top scorers in League 1 at this particular 15-minute period. 5 goals scored for Leyton Orient, 4 for MK Dons, are the highest scoring sides in this period. Leyton Orient have conceded 2 and MK Dons have conceded 1 in that period. So it's a fruitful time for these sides in that period. You can find odds for this, by the way, so take a look at that. A goal between the 61st and 75th minute, Leyton Orient against MK Dons, is my first bet. Exactly the same bet for this next game in exactly the same division. A goal between the 61st and the 75th minute, Coventry against Sheffield United. No team in this league have been involved in more goals in this period than these sides. Offensively and defensively. Coventry scored 4, conceded 4. Sheffield United scored 2, conceded 5. 8 goals for Coventry in Coventry games and 7 in Sheffield United games. No one else can beat that for these two sides. So this is in the 61st to 75th minute, so that is when it's a very fruitful time for good and bad for Coventry and Sheffield United during this period. So I'm going to be back in that at the weekend. A goal between the 61st and 75th minute in that game. The only head-to-head mentioned this week is a game between Burton and Southend. Excuse me, there's actually another one later on, and it's a long day. Burton against Southend. Burton, very, very dominant record against Southend since they've come up to the Football League. Played 6, they played against each other 6 times. Burton have won 4 of those games, 1 draw and 1 defeat. First time they met, in fact, was as soon ago as recent as December 2010. March 2012 is the only time Southend won this fixture. So Burton very much a dominant force in this fixture. They've only played 6 times, but they've won 4 of those games and only lost 1 of those 6. So Burton very much in the ascendancy when they take on Southend. Take a look at that at the weekend. Colchester Walsall. It's all about the unders in this game for me. Both these sides rank at the bottom of the table when it comes to over-under betting in League 1. Both sides have had 3 of the 10 games have gone over 2.5. Just 3, 7 of the 10 gone under 2.5. Colchester's first 4 games of the season went under, and Walsall's last 4 have gone under 2.5. So 2 sides with a real proclivity for under 2.5 games this season so far. I'll be backing under 2.5 in the Colchester Walsall game because the stats tell me to. And finally, the 5th and final game, it's a beauty, it is a head-to-head one, sorry about that. It's a beauty, and it comes from the aforementioned Johnny Grosmark, who tweeted me this earlier on today, and I got in a right tizzy about it because it's a beautiful stat. Oh, it's a gorgeous stat. Oxford against Northampton, League 2. No draw in the last 22 matchups between these sides. Phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. In fact, they've only played each other 23 times in their history. And the first time they played each other was a draw. The following 22 times we've had a winner. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I'm going to take you back to that first game though. The first time they ever played. The last time there was a draw in this fixture. It was a 1-1 draw, November the 11th, 1967. I wasn't alive, I have to confess. A long time ago. Oxford were 10th in the league at the time. That fixture, but they ended up winning the league. That was the old Division 3. They only actually won the league. Northampton were in the bottom half of the table. Nothing's changed there. And in 13th place in the table that particular day were Barrow. Not me neither. Can't remember them. They were in 13th place. But more importantly, Charlene Spiteri, the lead singer of Texas, was born the same week as this fixture, as was a woman I've always had a crush on and taken a slagging for it. Letitia Dean from EastEnders was also born on this particular week. The last time, the only time, Oxford and Northampton have drawn in 23 games. And finally, the last bit of news, Henry Cooper became the first boxer in history to win 3 Lonsdale belts. On this week, the last time these sides played, the only time these sides have drawn, and that was November 11th, 1967. That brings an end to this week's Stats Chat. Thanks for everything.